Hi, it's Shannon Marie, and it's September 10th, 2018. And I just made a short little video for me to post on my Instagram to let people know that I'm here on the East Coast. I'm currently staying in New Jersey, and so only a handful of people knew that I was on the East Coast, and even fewer people knew why I'm here. So I'm going to make this video and just go through everything, a more in-depth video. So, um, this is just really exciting because, as I said in the shorter 3-minute video, that I've been keeping a secret, and I want to share all about that secret. So, basically, a few months ago, this light, I just got to figure this out. So, a few months ago, I heard the clearest, loudest divine call from God telling me that I needed to be in New York on September 11th in order to do an energy healing at the World Trade Center site. And this trip is kicking off something called the Pockets of Heaven World Tour. And God is sending me around the world to do energy healing on people and Mother Earth herself. I'll be healing the land. So this is really exciting for me to be sharing, because all of these spiritual aspects and these conversations with God are things that I haven't really been sharing with people, and I'm doing that now. So this concept of me going to the World Trade Center and healing is not a new concept. God had me do the same thing in 2014, and I made a bunch of videos talking about that and kind of documenting that whole process, because this time around it was a very clear, this is, what I'm asking you to do. This is what you need to do when you need to do it, and you'll be given further instruction when it's appropriate. But back then in 2014, which was 4 years ago, I was going to New York for a business trip that had nothing to do with spirituality. I was a personal assistant slash executive assistant in an insurance executive's office, insurance broker executive's office. And I needed to go, a corporate office bought us out, so we were no longer a mom and pop office. And this corporate company had me go to New York to learn this software. So that was the purpose of that trip. But even before getting on the plane and going, my divine guidance, my intuition clearly told me that you're going to New York for the training, but there's a deeper purpose for you to be going. And the timing was really important, because I was going there just days before September 11th. And the guidance that I was getting is that you need to go straight to the World Trade Center site and do an energy healing, and we'll be giving you instruction. And even on the plane, before I landed in New York at JFK, I was preparing myself for something big. I didn't know what it was necessarily, but I knew that it was something spiritual, energetic. It had something to do with healing. And I followed that guidance, and I'm going to actually put that link to that video. It's actually a compilation of multiple videos that was compounded into one to tell the story. Because at the time I was just making videos like, hey, world, I'm going to New York tomorrow. How cool is that? And then when I got to New York, hey, I arrived. I'm going to go to the World Trade Center site. I don't know really what's going to happen, but I know that I need to go there. And I did that, and then the next little part of that video is me talking about what happened at the World Trade Center site when I did the energy healing. And then there was even follow-ups after that once I got home back to LA and I had time to process what happened, because it was a lot and it was really emotionally heavy, that experience. When I got home, I talked more about it. So that video has all those pieces in it. So I'll put that link to that video underneath this so that you can see if you want. And I also have a blog. My name is Shannon Marie, but I write as Ascension Girl, and that's the name that heaven gave me many years ago in 2012. God said, "You are Ascension Girl." So I have a blog. It's ascensiongirl.com, and I will put that link below also, so you can check that out if you want to. And I'm really just excited about having the ability to hear my divine guidance and have the wherewithal to know to follow it and really honor those messages and those guidances that I'm given. And you also receive messages from God. You also receive divine messages. Do you listen? Do you hear them? Do you honor them? I've just been doing it my whole life, so it's like second nature to me. Not even second nature, it's my first nature. By nature, that's who I am. I'm aligned with my divine self. Not always, but I hear that communication, and it's really cool. It's really, really cool. So um, today's the day that I'm also going to be sharing with my Instagram friends, my InstaFam, that I have a YouTube channel and that I have this blog. I haven't done that yet. I mentioned it. I mentioned that I have a YouTube channel, but I have not yet said, here's a video, check it out. Go look at my videos. I haven't said that yet. Because I don't know, it's just been, my videos are really personal. They're really personal, and I share very spiritually intimate aspects of myself and my life on these videos. But I'm ready to share. And it's really interesting too, I really gotta say, it seems as if September 11th is a day that, like historically for me, September 11th has been a day that I kind of come out publicly. Sorry. That I come out publicly in terms of my spiritual self. I share my spirituality. I share very deep, intimate aspects of myself on September 11th. And on September 11th, 2014, when I did the energy healing, I was making the YouTube videos. I wasn't telling anybody in my life that I was doing it. Other people were watching, like very few people were watching. And then I was writing on my blog about this very divine experience. And then in 2016, I did my very first public talk, spiritual talk, to an audience of people. And they loved my talk. They loved it. And they really received and understood the information that I was sharing. And that happened on September 11th, 2 years ago. So I'm really excited, and I guess I'm just continuing that rhythm that I've set. And I remember I was just watching recently, just yesterday, I was watching a video that I made. I was wearing a pink robe in the video, and I was talking about the ascension meditation that I hosted in 2016 on September 11th also. And I remember saying, you know, I came to this planet to help, to, to assist humanity going through this ascension process that we're currently in and moving through. That's what I chose to be born here for. That's the purpose of my existence on this planet right now. And in the video, I was saying that, you know, that's the purpose of my life, but I haven't been sharing it. And really, the purpose of my life is to be shared with people, to share aspects of myself, to share aspects of my thoughts and my perspective, and to share these very divine, intimate, spiritual experiences and conversations that I have with God and heaven and the universe and nature and animals. I talk to animals. I talk to plants. I've had conversation with plants. And I know that that may sound so crazy, but it's real. And I think that when people understand that all the aspects of life and nature around us are conscious, they hold consciousness, they are alive. Plants and animals are like little people. And when you see them for that, when you acknowledge and look at them as what they truly are, not from our limited perspective, our limited mind, when we look at them like that, then that's the beginning stages of being able to communicate with them. But if you look at a plant and be like, that's just a plant, I'm about to walk away. But instead, like for someone like me, I look at a plant, and if I'm tuned in, that plant may have a message for me. And I've actually received the most beautiful messages from plants. Legit. And I've made videos about it. And I have tons of videos. How the ocean spoke to me, how nature around me a certain day spoke to me, and I went home and I shared that on a video. But I made them all private. But I'm ready to unwrap this box that I've had wrapped and hidden away from everybody. But now is the time. And I don't think I finished the thought that I had a second ago. But in terms of me coming out on September 11th, I remember saying in that video when I had the pink robe, talking about the ascension meditation that I hosted that day. I was talking about it in the evening, and I was talking about the day. And I was saying, you know, it sucks that all of that happened on September 11th. And I mean, it's really awful what happened and the ramifications of that and all of those who suffered thereafter. That was devastating. But, and I think that it sucks that that's what it took for me to speak out. All of this horror and injustice that the people of this world have been enduring and experiencing as part of their normal life. And that's not right. That's not right, because we should all be talking to plants. We should all have this beautiful knowledge of what the world really is. And we don't have that. That's been taken away. And in place has been just bullshit and lies put in place of the truth and passed off as the truth. So I'm going to go. I should go to bed. I need to wake up early. And my intention was to be at the World Trade Center site when the planes hit. But I'm feeling like I need to be here in meditation in that moment. And then I'll make my way over. I have a videographer coming to document my experience. And then in the afternoon, I'm being interviewed for a podcast tomorrow. And I'll be sharing about all of my experience and everything that I've been talking about in this video. So, I'm just honored to be God's child. I'm so honored to be a child of God and to be ambassador, to be an ambassador of heaven on earth. It's an honor. And I've been scared for a long time to publicly share that. But there's no reason for me to be scared anymore. There's been so much darkness that has suppressed the bright light that this planet is, and that we all as humanity are, and that we hold. It's all been suppressed, and I'm just so tired of living that myself and seeing others be suppressed. Like, that's bullshit. And there's no reason that that needs to continue, because I really feel like I don't feel like I have all the answers to the world's problems. I don't, but I have some. And me holding that and hoarding that is not going to help anybody. So, and I remember on the plane going from LA to New York in 2014, I remember hearing, okay, Shannon, you are being prepared to step onto the world stage. This is before I even went to the World Trade Center to do that healing. I didn't know what I was going there for. I knew it was something having to do with that, but I didn't know for sure. But I remember hearing that very clear message. You're being prepared to step onto the world stage as an ambassador of God on this planet. So if you're watching this video, you're one of the first people to know about me and to hear about me and to see the stuff that I'm doing. And if you know me personally, I know for a fact you don't know any of the stuff that I'm telling you right now. So you're one of the first to know. And if you know me personally, I'm really happy that, and if you're watching this, I'm really happy because I want you to know these aspects of me, because these aspects of me is who I truly am. It's who I really, really am deep down inside. I am this cool California girl, but clothing designer and writer and, all of these things, but I'm here for God. I'm here to do God's work as I'm directed, which is why I'm in New Jersey right now in this beautiful home, in this amazing room with the lady that owns the house is incredible. She reminds me of myself. She's like an older version of me, just a little bit different. And when I booked this place, when I booked my flight, it's just been a really divine experience, the whole thing. I heard, buy your plane ticket. I'm like, whoa, wait, what? I don't have money for that. God said, look at your bank account. You have enough money, buy this ticket. Okay. I didn't even think about where I was going to stay. But once I was looking into where I'm going to stay, I'm in New Jersey. That's like 45 minutes away from New York. But I was guided to stay here. And the conversation that I've been having with her, the owner of the house, she's a gem. She's truly, truly a gem. And it's an honor to be in her home, to be in this room. We went to lunch yesterday and had the most amazing conversation. She's also very spiritual, and she's also been to India, and she's a devotee of an Indian saint who's living. And we are going to go tomorrow night to this temple, this Hindu temple in New York City, and do meditation and do prayers. And that's what I've been doing for the past couple years. I went to India last summer, and that's I study many spiritual practices, but I'm a devotee of Shirdi Sai Baba and Kaleshwar, which is a different person that she follows, but it's very similar. It's the ancient Indian. I have my laptop on this little cushy cushion here, but look at this beautiful Buddha in my room. And there's Buddhas all over. Up here, there's one out in the front of the house. Up, you see above on the bookshelf. And then it's super cool too. There's honey. And then look, there's an Om, dream, and Om, the Om symbol. I'm getting an Om tattoo somewhere. And then I have a tattoo, the word dream, right here, in my own handwriting that I got when I was 18. Oh, and I have another tattoo too. Oh, and I'll explain this. Can you see it? It's here. It's my bow. You see? That bow represents just remembering to revert back to our pure hearts as it was when we were children. Because I think as we get older, oftentimes we kind of see life through jaded glasses, and we should wipe off those glasses and see with a pure heart. So, yeah, I'm very selective about the things that I put on myself, the things that I surround myself with, things. I'm very intentional. So it's just beautiful that I'm in this house with this beautiful woman that's supportive and just amazing. I feel like I'm her daughter. We connected like that, and it's just such an honor to be here doing this work. I'm here traveling alone by myself, and I'm not nervous at all. I'm protected, I'm guided, I'm divinely supported, divinely guided, divinely supported, and divinely protected, and I know that for a fact. No harm can come to me. I don't act recklessly, but I'm not living in fear like I used to. I'm a child of God, and I'm here to do God's work, so God's got my back, just as God has got your back, if you believe that. All right, thank you for listening. And if you have any prayers or intentions you would like me to read, then send them over. All right, bye.